Kutztown University, home of the Golden Bears. KU students are offered many opportunities and events to partake in during each and every semester. One very special event, the Human Library, was held on November 9th, 2017 in no other than the Rohrbach Library.
Hi, I'm Dan Stafford. I am the outreach librarian here at Rohrbach Library. Human Librarian is an event where human books, people who have lived certain events or lifestyles, have the opportunity to explain their situation and experiences to human readers who come and check them out. I think it's a chance for people to come together and understand each other's situations, as well as any kind of stereotypes or biases that people have experienced, kind of walk a mile in other people's shoes. So I was one of the librarians in charge of running the event. Chose to get involved because I think at this time we need a lot more understanding of people in general and their and understanding that you don't automatically know how another person's life is going. People jump to conclusions, and this is a really good opportunity to have people come to an understanding that other people have experienced things that they haven't. I want to say that we've held the event, and it seemed to be a great success. We had really positive feedback from the people who attended, both books and readers, and we hope to do it again in the future next year.
My name is John Student Roth. I'm a chaplain at Kutztown University from the Bible Fellowship Church, so I am an ordained minister, but I'm also a scientist with a PhD in the biological sciences. That makes me curiosity right there, but I'm 70 years old, so it gets even more curious. I saw a poster and never heard of the Human Library before. I read a little bit, found out it comes from Denmark and is taking root in this country. I think it's a wonderful idea. There's so many stereotypes, misunderstandings in the culture. So anything we can do to read a book that helps us clear up these things, I think is a great move. How do we feel about contributing? I love it. I'm really glad for the opportunity. Probably my greatest strength is I love people. I like to tell people I love God, I love science, but I also love people. And you mix those three loves together, it makes this kind of thing a lot of fun.
My name is Damon Van Norman, and I'm here to break the stigma around addiction and mental illness. So I first started talking about my mental illnesses and my addiction problems when the movie Split came out last year, because I have dissociative personality disorder, which is the disorder that's portrayed in the movie, and it's portrayed very poorly and it's very stigmatized. I think the event will impact me because I will have been able to share my story, and I'll be more well-spoken about sharing my story by the end of it, which I think will be a great thing for me. Contributing to this event, I'm excited. I love talking to people, and I think talking about something I definitely know about, and I don't have to look up or do an MLA citation about is great. So my struggle has affected my life in that it's the DPD causes blips of memory loss. So I don't remember a lot of my life, especially a lot of my early teens, because I spent so much time in dissociative episodes in my early teens. And the addiction, I lost a lot of friends, I lost a lot of family, and it made me a horrible person for the time that I was addicted. Now compared to then, I definitely think I'm a better person. I'm more aware of myself, I'm more aware of other people, and I understand now that every action has a consequence.
My name is Bob Flatley, and I work here at the library. My book was a transgender male, and so I learned about the whole process and what's involved there and how you identify as that. And I also learned that trans is more of an adjective than a actual gender identification. So you're male, female, but trans is more of an adjective. I also learned that you don't ask a trans person what their birth name was, that's inappropriate. So that was a good lesson to learn. I didn't know that. I learned about the challenges of addiction and drug addiction and why people do that. You know, being someone who's never been addicted to any sort of substance, it's hard to understand, you know, what drives people to that. And so that was helpful. So yeah, it was good to challenge stereotypes and learn about people's experience. Just the uniqueness of it is like, wow, this is different. A human book. As you see, I just got I'm a big fan of print books, and I thought, boy, this looked really like a cool event. I learned kind of what was appropriate and what wasn't appropriate. I hope it'll make me more sensitive around people who are transgendered, or I guess who are trans male or trans female, and to be more respectful and not ask inappropriate questions just out of ignorance, you know, not knowing any better. So that was valuable to learn that.
My name is Christina Priest, and I'm a freshman here at Kutztown University. The book I checked out was about being queer and also having bipolar, and I checked out that book because I just sort of like walked on by, and it just sort of caught my eye because it was a incredibly relatable situation, and I was like, ooh, I wonder what that person's experience was like. So I was just coming to the library, and I walked past the table for the event, and I just like sort of like looked at it walking by, and that's when I stopped, and somebody was like, hey, you want to come and check out some books? And they sort of roped me in. So I've been pushing off some work for a little bit now. This event impacted me by realizing that more people go through a situation than you may think, and there's a lot more people around you that are more similar to you than you would actually think. I get to like look around campus more, and it's not just like a sea of people, it's more like a relatable sort of environment now because there are more similar people than you might think.